Morning Show. We're on the air at 9 o'clock on every weekday night, taking calls about the Jazz.
Well, good evening and welcome to Rangers Radio. Join myself, Foxter, on the panel this evening is the one and only Bridgeman and Big Ulster. How are we doing, gentlemen?
I'm doing very well, thank you very much, mate.
Can I just say a big good evening to you guys in the panel, huge good evening to the guys in the lobby, and to all the Rangers fans listening in all over the world. Good evening and welcome to Rangers Radio.
Oh, I can hear a bit of tone in that voice, Ulster.
Oh, I'm happy as hell.
What, we're nothing to straw at Ibrox?
It was a brilliant result. Brilliant result for us.
Nothing to Ibrox, Ulster.
Change times, accepting mediocrity.
Mediocrity. I love it, pal. Mediocrity.
You enjoy it, Bridge? You enjoy it?
Oh, yeah, just, your heart goes in your mouth when they go through 2 or 3 times, have some shots at goals, and the goalkeeper brings off absolutely what you could nearly enough qualify as world-class saves, to be honest.
Two great saves.
Exactly, and a few other wee saves as well. Fantastic. And we brought a couple of saves out of their goalkeeper as well. We had a couple of chances. We blazed it over the bar or past the post. So marvellous night. Really, really good night. Stadium was alight. And then unfortunately, just on half-time, we lost a player. So that was difficult.
You wouldn't get the greatest of views of that, Bridge?
No, obviously I'm in the Copland. It's down past the down the Sandy Jardin, closer to the Broomloan. Well, maybe halfway between the halfway line and the Broomloan. So no, I never got a very good view at all. Did anyone get a new view? Did you know? Did anybody see it?
Only TV for me, and what I seen, I thought it was very soft, and I'm still not what you actually get the second book for. Also,
a bit like everybody else. Like, I mean, you watch it over and over again, and try to go through the referee's thought process, and why. When you're looking at every angle, thinking, was there a niggle or was there something he done that could have instigated it, or anything? And the more I watch, the more I'm baffled. The only thing I can come out is something like, still what I said last night, I think he's booked, the card so quick. Not really thinking it's Candias, even though he's booked him, if you know what I mean. And I think obviously then Villarreal they're looking for the second yellow, and Candias is saying it's not me and pointing to Tavernier for a split set, you know what I mean? So I think it was just a moment of madness. The referee then, I think that's when the linesmen should have, when they had their wee chat, they should have took a couple of minutes to really, talk to each other, see what happened. And if he had to have just overturned the yellow card and maybe give it to Tav or whoever else he thought he deserved it, fair enough. But unfortunately, that didn't happen. He was very quick then to give out the red once he'd seen he'd booked Candias.
Well, no option then. He's no option.
He had no option. No, well, this is it. And then, so, that comes with experience. I don't know how experienced that referee was, but I think a real experienced referee would have maybe took a few minutes there to really get his thoughts on what had actually happened. But unfortunately, that referee didn't, and the wrong decision was made.
Mm-hmm. For me, initially, Bridge, and I don't know if you've seen it again, it was actually a foul to Rangers.
I think there was a foul to Rangers that we never got. And then it became 15 yards up the pitch. It became a bit of a flashpoint area. Because Tavernier was definitely fouled and we should have got at least a foul, and I think a foul plus a booking for them. And that sort of incensed the players. Now, the strangest thing I find now is that the guy was down the deck and he was holding his face and rolling about holding his face. The wee man, Candias, was never near his head at all anywhere, but Tav was. So maybe Tav inadvertently caught him with his shin or whatever on the face as the guy was going to the deck. I don't know. But I agree with you. Initially, it was a foul to Rangers and we never got it. Now, how many times have we said that? There was a free kick to us, we never got it, and they got up the stair and caused, maybe up the park and nearly score or actually score, Just crazy things.
I think we've been joined by Rudy, have we?
Rudy Bear, how you doing? Good evening.
And so we doing? Aye, Ulster, aye, Bridgeman.
How's it going, pal?
Yeah. Aye, good.
Are you going to tell us what you had for the celebratory meal tonight?
There's a pecking
Oh, sorry,
order
Oxford.
here. Wait a minute. He comes in at 20 past. That's him. He's not coming into 9:30 now.
Okay, Ox. Well, I was just going to ask him what he had for his dinner tonight.
All right,
that's all.
that'll take us up to 9:30 anyway.
Oh, it was Chinese takeaway the night, guys.
What did we have then?
Well, what did you have? You have any chicken balls?
No, we started off with salt and pepper chili ribs.
Oh, I like a bit of them.
Aye, lovely. And then I had a wee chicken curry. Special curry with fried rice. And then I had...
What was so special about it?
Well, I don't know. It's got a bit of everything in it. I suppose that's right, especially, you know. And then we had pineapple fritters and ice cream. So I'm fairly, as Bridge would say, tubbed.
What a man, Ulster.
I love
Do you eat
it,
ice cream
pal.
on nights like this?
Oh, exactly, Ulster, exactly.
Oh, hey, Ulster, you want to see my house with the heating on full blast, man. You could be in the Sahara right now, you know what I mean?
It must be a woman thing, Rudy. Eh?
It's definitely, mate, aye. I walked in earlier on, and honestly, it was like a wall of heat at the door. Couldn't believe it. I could hardly breathe at first.
And what's the first thing they say? It's freezing in here.
Freezing in here. Turn that
Can I just say something? Just Ulster mentioned something this a couple of minutes ago. This referee to last night, and I think his linesman, they refereed the Scotland Albania game. Just to let you know, that's all.
We saw the other place last night, Bridge. I watched it.
I'm saying that to Oxchair. I'm sitting up the Copeland and I'm calling the guy for everything, you know. That was off. That should have been offside. And that time the boy got through and a lovely run in, and our goalkeeper made a fabulous save. And then the one with Middleton, when Middleton put the ball in the net, I'm saying that was never offside. And by the way, if that guy had got into the Copeland, front or rear, he'd have been lynched. That guy referee. But see, when I saw it I'll actually watched it this morning. See, when I saw it there, I was wrong both times.
Aye, yeah.
Would it be fair to say, Ulster, that we're pretty fair and honest with referees, and we don't try to blame them if we get bad results? Was that fair?
Yes, we are fair.
Well, what I will say that I was baffled and still baffled what Cadiz gets sent off for. I've watched it and I'm still baffled.
It's another Willie Collum one.
He fell with a boy. He fell with a player. Yeah, he ended up and nothing seemed to happen. The player made a melee at holding his face, and then the next thing you know, bedlam off, and maybe ruined it as a contest. But what I will say to you, Rudy, is that arguably that could have got us a point, because if it was an open game, potentially we could have found it harder, because I believe they might have got more chances in an open game.
Aye, it's a possibility. Aye, you made that point last night. I agreed with you last night as well, Ox. The possibility is if look, they're a really classy side. They've got some real quality players on their side, you know. And had it stayed as open as it was, I mean, it was real end-to-end stuff, you know. We could have came away with committed the game with nothing at all, really, you know. So the sending off possibly in a way galvanised the side. They had to get in at half time and get themselves sorted out. There's probably, you know, instructions for Stephen Gerrard and the coaching staff, you know, about getting their act together in the second half and, you know, really making sure they stayed in formation and everything. And we said it last night. It was a brilliant result, and they end up. It really was, you know, for a team of that quality to come there and Rangers to go down to 10 men and have to play all the second half with only 10 men. Yeah, it was a great result in the end up for us, really, you know, and I think I saw Big Joe Worrell saying it felt like a win to them. And I can perfectly understand why, you know. So I hear
you. It did feel like a win. I mean, delighted when the whistle went. I had nothing to eat straw because of the circumstances. Ulster, the catalyst for the whole thing for me is the management team. They've galvanised that team. They've got us working. They've got us playing as a team. We're not a finished article, but we're improving.
Well, big time, mate. You can see the togetherness in the squad as well, and they've instilled that in our team since they came. We had to play 9 men for a second half, only with 9 men for a large part of the second half in Europe already this season, and we didn't lose a goal, and we've done the same again. Obviously, with the one man down against better opponents, which is Villarreal, a lot better than the team we played with. I can't remember what team was it we were down to 9 men in Europe. UEFA. Yeah, and that was a tough test for us. And then again, questions were asked of us last night, and the togetherness was there. Everybody done their job to the best of their abilities, and you seen them, half the team, they were all knackered towards the end. They gave absolutely everything to get that point, and it was well deserved. Teams these last couple of seasons would have crumbled under that pressure, but this is a different squad we have now, and that's down to the management, as you say, mate.
Bridgeman, so it would be a good time to hear from Steven Gerrard, MBE.
Oh, absolutely. What a manager.
Let's hear his thoughts in last night's performance, so if you don't mind going on mute.
Stephen, would that be described as a frustrating night for you?
No, heroic night. Very proud of the players. Daniel Candeias has got a lot of friends in that dressing room. Every single one of them, to a man, rolled their sleeves up and dug in against a fantastic team. A team full of top players. There's a World Cup winner in there as well. So, to compete against this level of team over 2 games and not lose, I'm very, very proud and satisfied in the circumstances.
Stephen, what did you make of the sending off? What do you make of the sending off?
I'd like to see it again. It was over the other side of the pitch, so I'd be guessing right now if I gave you the answer to that question, but we'll certainly analyse the incident, and we'll make a judgment when we've looked at it from different angles. Daniel feels hard done by, but I would like to see it again. I haven't had the chance just yet.
Stephen, what else can the fans ask for, Stephen, because that's now 15 games undefeated at Ibrox?
Yeah, I mean, it's fantastic, certainly in the circumstances after performances like tonight. They were our 12th man tonight. We couldn't have took something out of this game without them. I think the players certainly got energy off them. They were with us all the way. They understood the situation. It was very difficult with 10 men to go down the other end and make things happen, but we did actually have some really good moments even with 10 men. We could have even maybe we could have actually maybe stole the 3 points in the end. I don't think we deserved to win the game on the balance of play, but I think it would have been very cruel if we didn't take at least a point.
Stephen, if you did go to Vienna with the chance to put your place in the last 32, I take it you would have taken that at the start of the campaign?
Yeah, for sure. The players have set up an absolute fantastic match and an opportunity for us to go and win a match and go into the last 32 in Europe. That's enormous strides in my book if we manage to do that. We've got 2 weeks to prepare for that game. Hopefully, the players come through the games before that and we can go in with a fully fit squad. And we'll go over to Vienna and give it everything we've got to try and get into the last 32. But of course, I'd have definitely took it. Certainly when Scoopy came here for the first game on the journey, I'd have definitely took that.
Stephen, the Jarry was left out tonight. Was that disappointing?
No, not at all. It was tactical. I wanted energy and legs and aggression in the middle 3 positions. Someone made aware to me before the game that apparently he'd been dropped for being late a couple of days ago. He was late a couple of days ago. He came to me and apologised, and the matter was closed. I wouldn't drop a player for being late. Players are human beings. Sometimes they make mistakes. You can miss a bus, miss a train, miss a plane. I'm not going to drop someone in a European fixture in such a big game just because they were late. No chance.
Can you talk to Ralph McGregor tonight? He was outstanding.
Just one word, really. Wow. Wow. I'm running out of things to say about him. Just being top class since day one, every single day in training, all the games. Just wow. Them saves tonight were wow.
I've only one word to say to you, Bridge. Wow.
Yeah, wow, right enough.
Wow.
You just start sitting there and your mouth's open and all the noises coming out your mouth and you think, how did he get to that? Fabulous stuff, just fabulous stuff.
I'm talking about our manager. Well, puts people in their place, so on and so
Oh
correct.
yes, absolutely. I mean, we've said that the other night. There, he's just everything that comes out of his mouth is just great, you know.
Mhm.
And yeah, he'd heard that story. He said, and they're just desperate, aren't they? They're just absolutely desperate. There's a problem. Let's get in. There's a negative. Let's get in and hammer them with it, you know. What about this player that you sent home or whatever? That crap, you know.
Mhm. So people want to join us, Ulster. Give us their thoughts on last night, or what Stephen Gerrard had to say, or even what Rudy had for his tea. What's the number?
0141 356 1972.
Or you can join us at Skype at rangersradio.online, where you've brought in the call by the one and only Fox, who's technical department behind the house, in the back of the house tonight, because he's having a few wee refreshments. We'll be joined by our first caller who's come in to join us. It's the one and only GFK. How we doing, GFK?
I'm good, Ox. How you doing, guys?
All right, mate.
Cold night last night.
Cold night?
Aye, I was stuck in the subway for 10-15 minutes last night. Get stuck in the tunnel.
All right, okay, the tunnel.
Wasn't funny, mate. Anyway, that's the doors
coming back or gone.
Coming back, mate. She overshot the platform at Partick. We were all stuck in the train.
Carrying it backwards.
She can't go backwards, and she couldn't get through the crowd because on the train because she had to go to the other side and put the shilling in the meter. So we were all stuck there. Till somebody realises you can open the doors manually. Anyway, we're here to talk about Rangers. What a game that was last night, guys. What a fantastic game. We were down to 10 men. We never thought we'd ever come away with a result like we did. Game of two halves with it. We were so first half, second half. I thought Tavernier showed last night that he could defend. His second half display was excellent. Not much to be said about Goldston and Worrell. Flanagan came on to a game a wee bit in the second half, but the sending off was absolutely ridiculous. Like everybody else, guys, I can't see. No, I was there obviously, but I recorded the game and my boy Graham sat and watched it last night again. I can't see for the life of me. But what I can say, Morelos could have got booked for that, guys. Morelos went in there quite bad, as if he was going to stamp. And I think there is an appeals procedure by UEFA, and I think we need to be careful if we appeal it because they have the retrospect. They don't need anybody to come in and say in the Monday morning or the Friday morning, look, we're going to report this player to the panel. They can do that indiscriminately. So if I was Stevie Gerrard, I would be careful about appealing it. I thought if there was going to be any three players booked, it should have been Morelos and maybe followed by Tavernier. But he should have got a free kick about 30 seconds before that. Great display, guys. World-class goalkeeper with McGregor, absolutely wonderful. But Fred last night put in a shift and a half. I thought he was excellent. And there was a lot of moans and groans around about me why I get taken off.
Oh, great substitution, mate.
Aye, but I think it'd already been booked, and I think...
No, it hasn't been booked last night.
I'm talking about he's booked. He went booking away for suspension.
If he get booked, he'd have missed the Vienna game.
Aye. So, but all in all, Ox, it was a great performance, against a really good team. Mm-hmm. It's going to be hard there in Vienna.
It's not going to be a cakewalk, mate. But it'll be exciting and it gives you something to look forward to.
Oh, definitely.
For me, go to bridge with us. In the first half, I thought Arfield did maybe his best game for us in a Rangers jersey, in my opinion, because I've been here for a bit tight at times. Thought he was excellent in the first half. Second half, different type of game. What I will say, I don't think, apart from the goalkeeper, on outfield players, we made the really outstanding. What it was a gritty team performance, Bridge.
Here. Aye, every single word's the truth. I thought Arfield was excellent. It was really up there. You saw a great chance within 5 minutes or something like that. Ball fell and pulled it down, and he couldn't get his foot into it properly, and straight to the goalkeeper. But he definitely puts himself around, and he's intercepts these through balls and manages to re-aim them towards a better player or a better position player. I think he's a very good player. He had a smashing game last night. like you know, to be perfectly honest, as Jimmy said, and I think everybody who was at the game would see it, that team were a good team. They were very, very good technically, and we were very lucky that they never had any more chances than they had, because sure as shooting numbers would go against you, wouldn't they? But the second half was a totally different game, as you say. Numbers made sure that we had to sit back and soak it up and see what we can do. And I think our defence at that point, defence and midfield, they deserve all the praise you can give them. That's what I say.
Rudy Bell?
Aye, I thought it was a really gritty performance as well. And it's right what you say about Arfield Seahawks. I've been a wee bit like that with him as well, you know. I said last night, I think there's times in games where he's kind of disappeared a wee bit and I'd be expecting a wee bit more from him. But his first half last night I thought was excellent. I even thought he was great in the second half as well. He was back and he's doing his defensive duties in the second half, you know, like the rest of the team were. And as you say, there was no actual standout apart from, you could possibly say, Alan McGregor. But as far as outfield player goes, there was no real standout. They just put in a really great second half defensively. You know, everybody working really hard to close them down. Chucking big goals and was chucking himself in front of things and all sorts of stuff was going on. It was brilliant to watch, and it's the kind of attitude that we're going to need when we go to Vienna, you know, to get the 3 points. Hopefully we'll get the 3 points. But I thought it was a really, really, really gritty and great team for performance. Ox, I agree with you 100%, mate.
Ulster.
I agree with what everybody's said, to be honest. He put in a good shift in the first half. Played some nice stuff. Unfortunately, with a sending off, he had to do a different role then. He had to be more chasing in the second to try and help the defence and help the midfield be a wee bit stronger. And obviously then when we did get our foot in the ball, we had one less man up forward, so it was harder to get the out ball. So I don't think he was just, obviously in an attacking sense, wasn't just as good, but he put all his effort then into more of a defensive sort of role. So I thought he had a very good game. No complaints about our field.
Oxtear, can I just say... Sorry, I was just going to say, I want to commend young Mr. Middleton last night, particularly in the second half. Him and Morelos, they ran themselves right into the ground. So did the midfield and that bit. To see two of them sitting up there, trying their best to keep somebody available for the ball when he was up, just amazing. Just brilliant to watch. I'm not saying he didn't do marvellous things, but he made himself available and he ran and he ran and he ran. And it's very difficult to run 30 yards all the time to try and get a ball you have no chance of getting, but he did it. Fantastic. 18-year-old boy, fantastic.
Well, I'll tell you, he done really well and worked hard for the team. For a few seconds we thought he was a hero. He was offside, but he worked hard. That boy's came a long way in a real short space of time while being a manager. If you don't mind going on mute, we'll hear a wee interview for Glenn Middleton.
Glenn, given the fact the team went down to 10 men just before half time, just how pleasing is that result tonight?
Yeah, it was good. We obviously knew that once that happened we had to stick together. The coaching staff gave us a plan on how we were going to do that, and yeah, credit to everyone that we managed to do it in the end.
Yeah, what was the manager's instructions at half time? You seemed to change the formation just slightly, push you slightly further forward?
Yeah, I think we just had to sit in and allow them to have the ball, because as long as they've got the ball along the back with their two centre halves and their full backs, they're not scoring. So it was just up to us to try and keep them as far up the pitch as we could.
As the game went on, did you feel that perhaps one or two chances might just come along?
Yeah, definitely. You've always got to think that all it takes is one chance and you score the winner. But unfortunately tonight that didn't come, but we'll obviously go for it against Rapid Vienna.
Another taste of European football for you tonight. Just how much did you enjoy it?
Yeah, I loved it. I always say I'm very grateful for all the opportunities that I'm getting given, and hopefully long may it continue, hopefully.
You can see how disappointed you were just towards the end there. You put the ball in the net. It was obviously a tight decision. The fans thought that as well, but disappointing for you.
Yeah, no, it was obviously a second of you thought you scored the winner, and then you see the offside flag up, but that's football. Like I say, you need to switch on and hopefully you get another chance, but unfortunately it wasn't to be tonight.
What was the atmosphere like in the dressing room after it? Did it feel like a bit of a victory given the way the game went?
Definitely. When you're playing against a top side like that, and with with 10 men and you manage to hold on for such a long period of time, you've got to be proud of yourselves, and it does feel like a win.
Just how much confidence does this result and previous results in the group stage, how much confidence does that give you going into this final game against Rapid Vienna?
Massive. That Villarreal couldn't beat us over 2 legs. We beat Rapid Vienna already, so yeah, it's in our own hands and we're fully confident going over there to get the job done.
Jimmy Miller.
Quality.
Jimmy Miller, what's your thoughts on this young lad?
He is a quality wee player, isn't he? I mean, God, be going for nothing for Norwich. Graham Murray brought him. What I noticed last night, the shift he put in, he got Flanagan out of jail a few times. He's coming back and helping him. He had a cracking game last night, and he was a good yard offside, unfortunately for us and him. But I mean, I've said before, I mean, I was one of the, it's no critical of him, I just thought maybe maybe no last every game, and maybe was getting nurtured a wee bit and protected by the gaffer, but no, he's come on leaps and bounds, and it's brilliant to see. He had a great game last night, as I say, first half especially, he pulled Flanagan at a hole a couple of times, and it was good to see the shift he put in. He's got a big future, definitely, and hope that future's with Rangers. Ox, definitely, played a great game last night. Brilliant stuff.
Richmond and Rudy.
Yeah, everything Jimmy says is true. I think, apart from going back and helping out Flanagan, but I thought in the second half Flanagan played very well. He's never got too much credit from us, maybe deservedly so. His distribution let him down quite a lot. But last night in the second half, I thought he did a man's job, and I thought we were tremendous given the fact that the pressure that team put on us. Young Middleton, very, very unlucky with that goal, and I was shouting and bawling, calling the ref all the names and everything, because I thought the boy was never offside. But when I saw it afterwards, I saw it this morning, that really and truly it was a yard offside, so there's not much I can say about it. Very unlucky, but there he is on the stage, 10 minutes to go, he scores a goal, in his mind, and he gets chalked off. He'll not forget it. He'll not forget it. What a night he had. What an absolutely tremendous night, considering everything.
He still heard the roar, Rudy.
Aye, and for a few seconds he must have been cloud nine for a few seconds, he's a cracking wee player. As Jimmy's just said there, we get him for nothing for Norwich, and do you know what I like about him? He speaks very well. Every time I hear him interviewed, he also slips in every time, that he's not going to let anybody down. He really appreciates the fact of the chance that he's been given. He says that every time I've heard him being interviewed, and the boy's taking the chance by the scruff of the neck, and he's running with it every single time. I thought he had an excellent game last night. He's 18-year-old, he's got pace to burn, he knows where the goal is, and he must be an absolute nightmare to try and defend against. He's fearless, Ox. He's absolutely fearless. He doesn't really care who he plays against, he'll take them on, and he showed that again last night. He done himself no harm whatsoever last night, in my opinion.
I think also, did the boys show last night that he's getting the wing play when they get pushed inside? As he develops, could he be a centre forward?
You never know, mate. Stranger things have happened, haven't they? I thought he'd done pretty well there. Like, there was the one that he got himself in a good position in the second half and trapped the ball nicely and gave it a good smash. Unfortunately, it went over, but at least he tried it. He got himself in a good position. He showed different depth, he did, because he had to play a different role, had to come a bit more central, and I thought he done pretty well. It's hard to tell from him. I would say he'd probably have done even better, obviously, if you had that extra body on the pitch and you were attacking a wee bit more. But in the second half performance, I was very pleased with him, because we know what he can do out wide. He's very good out wide. We've seen him playing there before. He does a really good job, and I'm sure he's a real handful for any defender. But I did enjoy watching him and his hard work, and we did see a different string to his bow, should we say, and that could be something he could maybe develop into in the future.
Bridge.
Yeah, that boy's got all the talent in the world. We've seen it. I have to be honest and say we've seen some young lads coming through and they've looked great. And unfortunately for us, we've ended up maybe depending on them too much and in effect burning them out quicker than we should. So using them too much. Hopefully our manager has got. We're raving about him now. He's only had 5 stars or something like that. So, but some of them have been in Europe. He's had great European experience. He's playing in the shall we say, the group stages of the Europa League at 18-year-old. For God's sake, how many other boys can say they've ever done that? And you look at all these youngsters as well we've got on loan. Wow, are they not playing fantastically well for us? So we're giving them great chances, and I'm just hoping the manager, once again, our manager, knows what he's doing and trusted. He's not going to burn these boys out, and they're going to be available for us at the end of the season, all the way through. Well done to all of them, and the manager.
Do you know another thing I noticed as well about Middleton Bridge, man? His set pieces are brilliant. See the boys crossing into the box? It's absolutely bang on the penalty spot almost every time. And I noticed that again last night, you know, a couple of free kicks and stuff that he took, you know.
Can I ask you a question, Rudy? I'm just going to ask you a quick question. Would you know rather he took the free kicks than Tavernier?
You just beat me to it, but
sorry, buddy, sorry.
I was just about to say, for what I've seen of Tav in the last few weeks, you know, and as good as Tav can be at set pieces at times, I don't know, I think the wee man's just that wee bit better than him, Bridge, and I agree with you.
Good to know you're reading the script, Rudy. Good to know you're reading the script.
His set pieces are great. The wee man's got them bang on right now, so he has.
By the way, that's a great point, Rudy. That delivery can get you in the team, mate. Well, that can take you above somebody else, a similar player, and you've got that strike to your boat, can get you in the team.
Absolutely. I mean, it's something he seems to have added to his game as each game's went by that he's got a start in, you know, and it was very noticeable to me last night how good he was at it. I kind of noticed it before, but last night it was very prominent last night, you know. His free kicks were superb into the middle of the box, you know. Unfortunately, nobody could really get on the end of them, but he's putting them in the exact spot and right in the middle, right in that sort of space between the 6-yard box and the penalty spot, and that's where centre forwards want the ball. They want it in there, you know, and he's great at it. As you say, it's extra string to his bow, you know, and it could get you into the team, you know, if you've got that kind of left foot, and which we're a wee bit short of left-footed players just now. If you've got that kind of left foot, then certainly it would put you into the manager's mind, you know what I mean?
Jimmy, we shouldn't have any left footers in our team.
Definitely agree there, all. No left footers at all.
Young Middleton, he's got a future, eh?
Oh, definitely. He's crossing the ball and he's the way he can ping it in, you know, and maybe he should be teaching Tav how to do it, you know, and some of Tav's crossing at the moment is absolutely abysmal. The wee man showed him how it should be done. I mean, he can cross a good ball, and especially it kind of where he took a free kick near us, and it kind of the way he took it was bending out and then back in again, and that's what he should be doing. I mean, the perfect free kick or corner kick is, as you all know, is between the 6-yard line and the penalty spot. That's the danger area for a goalkeeper or defenders and that. But I mean, maybe him and Tavernier should stay back, and the wee man can show him how to ping a ball across, because Tav's not a bit good at it at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Can I give you a bit of feel-good news quickly, because I have to share this?
On you go.
Dundee United's currently getting a hammering at home in the league tonight. 4-0 by Earl.
Oh, go ahead, United.
Shanklin hat-trick.
Sign him up.
Told you.
Sign him up.
When you said it was good news there, I thought it was Fox and eventually flogged that white leather jacket on, what's it, Gumtree.
Can I just... a quick point here?
Sorry.
On you go, Rudy, then, Jimmy.
The other night, Bridgeman asked me if I'd pay $100,000 for Shankland, and I says that he asked it.
You personally, Rudy.
No, me personally. You know what I mean, right? You know, would I pay $100,000 for Shankland, and did I think he was worth it? And I says, what you're buying with that boy is potential. And for $100,000, I think for the potential that boy's got, I'm telling you, if we get in January with $100,000, Air will snap your hand off. The boy's a blue nose. He's dying to play for Rangers, that boy. So he is. And I'd be in there in January and I'd have a wee word with United, because that boy's got the potential to go and be something special at a big club, in my opinion. So he has.
When you go, Jimmy?
Just mess with what Rudy says. I mean, the boy's been, and he's not a boy. He's come up for 25 now. he's been with a few clubs. I think he's been with 7 clubs so far, and loan, etc. And he's no set the head on fire. But with Ayr United, you know, he could sort of be Barron spell there. He wasn't scoring, but I mean, hat trick tonight again. And as Rudy said, I mean, I think Ayr United are holding out for 250,000, and even at 250,000, I think it's a steal. At 24, 25. I mean, he should be a first team player in most teams and that, but with us, it's good potential for next season. And his family's all blue noses, the same as him. And I think he'd be a cracking player for us, mate. I know we've got Fred there, and he's banging the goals in for us, and we've got a big laugh. But you know my feelings on it. I know Foxy spoke about it before. He doesn't think that we really actually do need another striker. I don't think we need another striker as such that the two we've got are bad. I just think we need somebody to challenge the 2 guys we've got. And having another striker would be good. And I think the boy Shanklin fits that bill, mate. Perfectly. And I think he'd be a great asset for us in the coming seasons.
And I also think, I know, Jimmy, you know, the chat was that how could you get another striker to come to Rangers and say to him, basically, you're going to be third striker, so you're going to be sitting there waiting in suspensions, injuries, such and such. Shanklin would take that opportunity.
Yep.
He'd say, right, that's fine with me. Yep. You know, when I get my opportunity, I just need to show you what I'm capable of. It'd be a perfect solution for us.
Can I just add to what you're saying there? I don't believe it will be 250,000. I think Ayr United will want $500,000 if it's the Rangers.
Well, I'd pay half a million. I'd pay half a million.
I'm not saying you would.
No, you're right. But
when's his contract up?
Eventually.
Eventually. But I can see them saying, if some other club come in, it might be 100,000. If it's a bottom league, a bottom of the table, shall we say, Premier League club, it might be 250,000. But seriously, if it's Rangers that walk in the door, it's going to be $500,000. They'll do the same as they've done with Greg Docherty. Hamilton did with Greg Docherty. This boy's carrying that team. I see Teak said they scored 4 now. 4. He's now scored 4, is that right?
Goals now, has he? There you go.
But according to Teak, Shanklin scored 4. So, my God, you know.
His contract's up the end of this season.
There you go. Right? Well, there you go. Don't you worry then. Just let him go and finish his season there and just sign him.
Get him on a pre.
Absolutely. Give him 250,000. Sorry.
I can confirm that is 5 now, full time. Shanklin scores the 4th. Unlucky.
Unlucky. Well, there you go. His contract's up the end of the season, Bridgeman. You get in January, sign the boy in a pre-season contract.
Absolutely. That's exactly what we want to do then.
Yeah.
You know how I feel about these things, guys? I mean, no bones about it. Get them in a pre-season. Fantastic.
Can I just ask you, Bridge? I know we'll go back on and talk about the Rangers, but can I just ask you, what have you got against Ayr United?
You can't. No Ayr United, Bridge. You can't.
I've not got in against Ayr United. Well, apart from I got my mate Dunn when we were youngsters. Well, you know, my mate had a small accident. He had a small accident at Ayr United. They beat us 3-2, and that was the beginning and the end of John Lawrence as chairman. And the Bears turned against him. And my mate, unfortunately, the bottle of wine he was carrying, he threw it in the director's box.
You mean he went to take a drink? He
says, here, drink that, or something like that. Here, drink that.
Happens occasionally.
And just Constable Dixon and Doc Green was standing beside him, I think. Huckled, you know. No, I've nothing against them at all, you know. I think they're a smashing wee team.
Write that one down. Ulster, 30th of November. Bridgeman, we're for a team that Bridge is getting off the against.
You know I'm not getting the... I'll tell a lie, that's a lie.
You'll remember on Monday it'll be something.
I just don't want to be giving Scottish teams any extra money. I'll try to give it to the player. If we sign a boy, if he's worth 200, if we think he's worth 250 grand, tell him that, we'll give you $250,000 when you sign for us in the summer. In your pocket, here, cheers. Brown envelope or something.
Don't even go there.
No, we can't condone that. We'll just get the boys signed up, put it on an EBT.
That's exactly it. Give him an EBT.
Just a bit, it's obviously Rangers related. I don't
There's a phone caller coming in, mate. Jimmy, I'll come right back to you, alright? It might be Shanklin phoning in.
It was 4 great goals.
Evening, gentlemen. The global
it's the
ambassador.
global. He's even calling himself the global ambassador now. How we doing, Big Al?
Not bad. How you doing, Rudy Bear? I've not heard you for a while.
Aye, I'm good, Big Man. I'm good, Al. Thanks very much, mate. I hope you and the family are good.
Excellent. Oh, we're doing well. We're doing well, man. Is it cold there? It's red hot here. Sorry to tell you, boys, but it's cooking, man.
It's roasting in Rudy's.
5 minutes. Aye, I heard that. Aye. The central heating banged up, eh?
Aye, something full blast, Al.
I've got the aircon up full blast.
Some of these fires coming in from Queensland.
Sometime on a Tuesday, Rudy's house at Sap Warham.
Aye, Shanklin, you'd give that boy a go, wouldn't you? He's a Rangers man, I believe. So aye, you'd give that young boy Shanklin a go. Nothing to lose there. I don't think Gary United would be hard to deal with. Look, I woke up this morning. I know it's slightly off topic, but why is Mr. Dave King at a court and he's getting his counsel to say that he believes that there's an organised crime involved in some of the shareholders? He knows that's gone straight into the papers, man. It's all over the papers. What's his logic there? That's him taking our name through the gutter again. How do you feel about that? Nobody want to answer. Who's got
I read about 3 paragraphs of the
no.
The article, Al. I don't like to see the kind
of the headline.
Al, it turns
headline.
It turns out that there was known.
It's you.
Turns out it's you. It turns out that there was known to be, I think, so they claim, 3 big investors. One of them from America, and there was fear that there was some, some criminal stuff going on. Not necessarily with Rangers, but with them. However, apparently what they did, they've diluted their share. Apparently they've diluted their shares, and they won't sell them any shares. So those 3 people, shareholders, will never be able to buy another share. But the good news is that apparently Dave King's agreed with the court that he will get the money in.
I just read that.
Yeah, okay.
19 million.
Oh, well, it's up to 19 million now. But remember, it's because they put in, before he did the share issue and redistribution of shares, it was going to be 12 million. But now that he's done that with the shares, he's going to buy them, or offer to buy them. But obviously not going to happen anyway.
But it's just, I'm just looking at it at the point, he's got his counsel to go in there and use that in some sort of way as defence, because they're the ones that have raised it. It's just, he knows that straight away, as soon as they say that, if that's his tactic, fair enough, but it's not very good for us.
I agree with you. I don't think there's anybody would disagree with you.
We didn't need that, especially after how successful we've been on the park this season. The other night there was a good result as well, Bridge.
Wonderful result!
We're moving forward. I'm looking forward to the festive season. Our players look like they're getting bigger, stronger, and better. Every one of them, actually. I'll agree with you, Ox. The other morning when I watched the game, I thought Arfield, he seems to maybe be coming on to a game. Would we be looking at him to push on now? Maybe that's him found his feet. He's going to be more influential in games. El Buffalo, I think he's turned the corner. Maybe just slight petulance thing will still be there, hard to get out, but I think that will disappear over a period of time as he matures. He's a real asset for us. At the back, I liked McCauley the other week there, but there's times he'll play, there's times he'll not play. Goldson, you're getting what you need out of Goldson. Flanagan's murder. I'm not keen on Flanagan. I don't think he should have been there for the reasons I've stated previously. So it's all looking well, and then you wake up and you've got a crappy headline. So that's where I'm coming from. Apart from that, the sun is shining. I'm at my work earning some rubles, so everyone's good.
Al, can I just say something? The next headline in any of these major areas is going to be that Villarreal are a spent force and they're just rubbish. That's what they're saying.
Well, I've been seeing things like that. I've been seeing things like that as well. But I hope the next big headline we see is 55. The King of Scotland is back. Do you see that headline?
Yeah, Al.
The King of Scotland.
King of Scotland, yeah.
King of Scotland. The King of Scotland. That's us, gentlemen.
That was a brilliant display the boys put on last night. Did anybody notice it?
Super Rangers.
Super
Rangers. Super Rangers. Fantastic.
At least we can spell.
At least we can spell.
Makes a difference. Eh?
It's the 3 R's, Al. It's the 3 R's.
Yes, reading, writing, and Rangers.
The King of Scotland thing, Al, was brilliant. Me and my mate were having a good chuckle about that.
Aye.
Implosion was fantastic. Aye, it was good for Villarreal to point that out, wasn't it? Eh? Very classy.
Yes.
Classy of Villarreal to point that out, I thought, But the implosion after it, Al, was brilliant to read. It was fantastic. It was hilarious, so it was brilliant.
It's actually, Rudy, it's been rather refreshing with the European teams. I mean, Rapid Vienna done a thing similar. Had guys in there. I don't speak Austrian or German, but I watched that they were going on about the stadium, looking at the architecture, looking at the history, looking at different bits and bobs, and they put that on their Twitter and Facebook and things like that. So that's recognition. Yeah. And that's really good. That's positive, I mean, Rangers should be utilising the positive things. Because the other clubs, they're no party to the bigotry, they're no party to the negativeness that is in Scotland in regards to our club. They just see us for what we are, the Kings of Scotland.
Did you not see the headline about that team that was playing for Norway being one of the top teams in Europe?
But look, I'm not wanting to digress, but there's a thing in the paper. I was just going on the computer and I've got a video up of that lot coming back, the one eyebrow brigade coming back on the aeroplane. Why would you put that in the paper? You know what I mean?
The day
but that shows you that just shows you how cynical it is. Like, you know what I mean? But anyway, that day will come. The king will rise again.
Yeah, you're right.
You like that one, Big Al? Everyone rosy in the garden, big man.
Oh, everyone's good, man. As I say to you, I've been promoted. I'm on a new station. Everyone's gone well, man. But as I say to you, I'm down here in the colonies, trying to instill that Protestant work ethic. And the heathens are coming round. They will come round. They'll have to come round, or they'll be got rid of. Simple as.
Big Al, what did they promote you to?
Yeah, supervisor.
What did they promote you to? Supervisor.
Aye, but the terminology here is different. To back home, you're higher than a supervisor, more like superintendent back home. So
he's a policeman.
On me.
Don't mention that name, please. No, I'm saying it sounds like a policeman, but that makes me shiver.
Bridge always had trouble with policemen, and I always had trouble with gaffers.
Aye. You know what a superintendent is. So,
too many times. I'm off.
I know you'll be fine. You'll be fine, man. You'll be fine. Have you been smuggling any more Kit Kats over the border?
No.
Last time I heard it was fridge magnets.
Fridge magnets, aye.
There is a bonus with them. They don't melt when you secrete them.
It was a nice one, Al. It was quite a nice one. 99 cents it was. They left the price on it.
It was funny. He came back to Spain, but it was off Eiffel Tower ones he had with him.
He came back to Tenerife with snow glows.
Aye. 3D fridge magnets. Anyway, it's good to hear you laughing, gentlemen. It's good to hear you laughing.
Very, very happy. Happy.
Aye. I'm really happy with our team.
Well, 2 weeks' time, isn't it? 2 weeks' time now, Al. 2 weeks' time, we'll be playing them on Thursday night. So, over there in Austria.
Their next 2 games are bigger than that, mate.
Oh, I know that, pal. I was just going to say, apparently there's, I don't know, I reckon there's about 8,000 fans going over for this, you know.
And the rest.
Is that right? Oh, my God.
I've been to Austria. Is a lovely country. I've been to Salzburg and Innsbruck. I never got to Vienna. But Austria is a nice country. Like, we go there, we do what we have to do. It'll be disappointing if we don't qualify, but in the same respect, we've got to be certainly proud. And And I'm not wanting to say it's a blessing in disguise if we don't, but we can at least, if we don't, really concentrate in this league. And it's at 55. It's ultimate. It's important that we achieve that sooner rather than later.
Listen,
and when we got a chance over a period, put their foot in the bastards' throats. Sorry.
No. Listen, Al, I'm not arguing
just
with it. Listen, if we win our next 3 league games, yeah, we might beat Vienna and get through, but that 9 points and then the catalyst to keep us going, our seasons just getting stronger and stronger, and it'll not really matter in some respects what happens in Vienna.
No, that's what I'm meaning. But I think we go top of the league on Sunday, don't we? We win on Sunday, we go top of the league. So yeah, right. No, we will win. I've got every faith there. Hearts aren't any great shakes here. Their arses have collapsed. We're going there with momentum. We're going there with a wee bit more determination. And I think with that, going into the festive period and beyond, I think you can see in Mr. Gerrard, think you can see him, he's more in the groove, I think. So that confidence from him will lose into the team and vice versa. I think we'll move after Christmas. We'll be like a thoroughbred racehorse. Couldn't get that out there. But we'll keep moving with strength, and we'll keep moving forward. And I think we'll get this. I think we've got it. Actually, I hope we do it, man. We just keep powering on.
Are you happy with the job
that we can?
Gerrard's done so far, Al? Then are you happy with him?
I like his demeanour. I like the character. I like the things he says and that. And he's a superstar, eh?
Aye.
He's still a superstar. Releasing movies, you know what I mean? He lives in a different world, but I think he gets our world, if that makes sense. I think he gets what it means to us. He comes with that background, but yes, he's a superstar, man. I know a few Scousers here, and every time I see them, they're all like, Stevie G, you know? So, that's telling you. That's telling you. They know what he's about. And I think he gets us more. And as we go further through the season and years down the track, I think he gets us more and more and more. So that's a good thing. Really good thing.
Yeah.
Look, I'm going to go, guys, because I need to get back in this aircon. I'm starting to sweat here, and that's not a good thing.
Just get yourself out of Rudy's house.
One day, hopefully, I'll meet you, Rudy.
Aye.
Maybe next year. Next year.
Rudy's house is at Warham, the neighbours don't put the heat on. Me and Rudy, we could share a Chinese in the living room, and I'll bring you a pair of budgie smugglers. How's that There's a thought for you, Jimmy.
Just put that thought here, Al.
Jimmy, you can come too, Jimmy. You like the streaking. I'll bring you one of them mankinis, Jimmy.
Oh, I'd look lovely in one of them, Al.
A ball out each side, and you need to trim your arsehole, man. Can't have the hair.
I do the back cracking sack, mate. That's all right.
Aye. That's what I do. Back cracking sack. I do it myself right enough. You've got to watch it up yourself. Can be sore, man. Oh, it bleeds like fuck. Sorry, guys. Right, I need to go. They're getting me going here. I need to be serious for a moment. Right. But look, I'll try and phone on the Sunday, but I've not heard your. Where's Ibrox? Is he all right? Is he married yet?
They ran away. He get married. We've never fought him since.
You know what's happened though. He's fell in love with a Catholic. That's what's happened, and he just can't bear it.
I don't think so.
I'm telling you. No. That's all right then. That's all right. Right, take care,
man. Catch you later.
Thank you. Take care. Bye.
See you, Al.
You too, Rudy. Take care.
We will have photographs when Rudy and Big Al get together. They'll be on the main site.
I'm not sending you any photos of me and a mankini, I'm telling you that.
But you're not sending me any photos of you and a mankini again, is the point you should be making.
You said you weren't going to show him, did
Just make sure you have it on the right way around.
Oh, Christ, I don't think it'll make much difference the way I look.
Oh, brilliant. Well said there. Well said, pal.
Very big Al was good there. Oh. Ox.
Yes,
I put a wee picture there in the thingy.
I've seen it.
I met a couple of your friends, your superstars, legends. What a couple of cats. I managed to actually have a wee chat with Bud and Colin last night for a good 5 minutes. We were standing at the top of the stair where I came in at the east corner, and a couple of gentlemen, they allowed me and Graham to have some pictures and that, and I told them I'd be at the show in January and that. But Colin Stein, as usual, cracking guy, so I was really chuffed me to bits. That's met my two heroes there last night. Absolutely wonderful. So that was before the game started, so I was pleased as punch, mate. Pleased as punch.
£100,000 for that man we paid. £100,000. Fabulous.
Nearly scored 3 hat tricks in a row.
Wow. What a player.
Oh, great. So was me, Bud. But that was, so it was good, aye. So Big Al was in good form there, wasn't he, aye?
It's always a quality call for Al. Always quality, Jimmy.
Aye. So,
I'm sure the King thing will run,
Okay, I mean, but he's right. The negativity I'm probably like most guy. I don't buy the newspapers. I do my paper reading, as they say, on my news headlines and all that on the internet. But I saw that the day and I kind of just passed by it. I didn't actually read even half of it, I don't know if did he make that statement or no, but it's not something that I'm not really too bothered about talking about, because I want to just talk about football and let the lawyers and all that deal with what they've got to deal with. And we know what the beggars and the puddle drinkers and the shaggers and the spoon burners, they know they've not got any time for us, and it's all negativity against us, so let them go on with it. We're the Rangers and we'll be top of the league come this Sunday, so I'm happy about that, guys. That matters most of all.
Quite right, Joey.
And you're getting a new Mankini for your Christmas.
I want an orange one this day. The last one was a green one.
Mankini for Jimmy.
Well, if you want an orange one, Bridgeman, you don't wear that one much anymore. Can we that
I can have this one. I can have one.
Thanks very much, Bridge.
I got it when it was a medium.
Oh, wait a minute now. Are you casting aspersions at me?
No, I would not. No.
No, when you used to do seances and all that.
I love it. Oh, well said, Oxia. Well said, pal. Brilliant.
He's not been a medium since he started school.
What are you talking about?
Bridgeman.
All right.
Can I ask you a question now, Oxy? A very serious question.
It's not too hard.
No, see, the story's coming out. I'm only asking you because you're down in England. Story's coming out about Paul Ince asking the question about Sol Campbell. Why can you only get Macclesfield when Gerrard gets Rangers and what's his name gets
he's alluding that there's a bit of racism there. I think the thing about it is whether we like it or no, Lampard and Gerrard are cut above the pedigree of Sol Campbell as far as the media is concerned, and also they're still being relatively fresh in the game. Sol's been out the game for a while. It's simple as that, mate.
Yeah, that's okay then. Just wanted to know.
I mean, he was a star at one time.
Fabulous player, aye.
Aye, exactly.
One of the few that made the big cross from Spurs to Arsenal, was that right?
Quite a lot of players done that, mate.
No, you know what I mean? Well, he was a big star, wasn't he? He left Spurs and went to Arsenal. And he was given the Judas. They were putting Judas up against every time he came out of the park.
The one of the managers not do it, Terry Neal.
Indeed he did. Well, long before that, right enough, But
Pat Jennings.
Pat Jennings, aye, there you go.
Big Pat.
Anyway, lads, get yourself a mute and Fox here. We'll bring Fox in after the tune. Well, maybe no if he's had too many, but we'll get Fox in and get the latest on the leather jacket if you get yourself on mute.
broad Pacific shore. I have sailed around the stormy capes, I've heard the parties roar. I fly the Indian Ocean, I've sailed the China Sea. Oh, there's a sea back home in Scotland, means more than all the rest to me. It's the blue, it's the blue sea of Eyebrow. It's the greatest sight that I have ever seen. It's the blue, it's the blue sea of Eyebrow. And it happens when the orange beat the green. No more I'll sail the seven seas, no more I'll ever roam. No more I'll feel the urge again, I'm back where I belong. At 3 o'clock each Saturday, I'll join a happy throng, with Rangers banners all around. We'll proudly sing this song. It's the blue, it's the blue sea of Eyebrow. It's the greatest sight that I have ever seen. It's the blue, it's the blue sea of Eyebrow. And it happens when the orange beat the green. It's the blue, it's the blue sea of Eyebrow. It's the greatest sight that I have ever seen. It's the blue, it's the blue sea of Eyebrow. And it happens when the orange beat the green. And it happens when the orange beat the green.
Well, thanks for that, Fox. Well, back, gentlemen?
Yep, back.
Yep.
Yes, yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Yes.
Yep.
Indeed.
Are you with us, Mr. Fox? Are you with us, mate?
Just hanging on here, mate. Just hanging on.
Just hanging on. By the way, it's a cracking version of that number you've got there, Fox. Brilliant. Brilliant, Bill.
I like that. No, you get me greeting here, Fox. No, I'd be greeting playing that.
Very homesick.
I done that live, mate. Done that live.
Alright, Fox, we've not really heard your views on last night. Just, did you get rid of the jacket on Gumtree, or is it still there? Please comment. Fox, you still there?
I am.
Just having a wee drink.
Alright, give your views on last night, mate. Give us your thoughts before we start building up to Sunday.
Thought it was a kind of 50-50 game in the first half. When we changed our shape to 4-3-2, I think we gifted them the wings. And we nearly paid a price for that, but I thought Villarreal were more dangerous coming through the middle, so it was a gamble that our manager took, and it paid off for us. I thought Alan McGregor was man of the moment, and I thought Scott Arfield was man of the match. That's me summed it up as quick as I can.
Man of the moment, man of the match. Well, new term, Rudy Bear.
I think I probably have to agree with folks. Summarised it pretty much, I think, the way the rest of us thought as well. You know, Scotty Arfield definitely had a great game. I thought first half, excellent. Second half, back doing his defensive duties, working really hard, shutting things down. McGregor, you saw his saves. We all saw his saves. Scotland's number one goalie, definitely.
Best in Britain in form?
Well, you'd have to say so. He's up there, isn't he? He's definitely up there. He's without a shadow of a doubt the best goalkeeper in Scotland. You know, I can't remember who it was. I heard somebody a few weeks ago talking about the national squad and, you know, why, you know, the puddle drinkers goalkeeper should be in before McGregor. What a load of complete and utter garbage. The way McGregor's playing, you couldn't put anybody in front of him, you know. As far as best in Britain, he's certainly up there. Certainly up there for me. Absolutely love him to bits. I'm so glad we brought him in last season. End of last season, rather.
Rutschman?
Yeah, I think the only thing I was going to say, I disagree. I don't want to disagree with Fox at all, but I would suggest that overall McGregor was man of the match by a mile. And I think Arfield was certainly the best of the outfield, most assuredly, head and shoulders above them. And the young Middleton, no far behind him to really. But overall, all the guys did their stuff last night, particularly second half. Wonderful for us as Rangers fans to go through that and see our team actually create some chances, even down to 10 men. We were creating some chances. But what Foxy was said was right. The numbers didn't add up, so it left them too wide. They could go wide and come down, tear down the flanks if they wanted to, you know, because we didn't have MD out there to challenge them. But I think that the Morelos and what do you call him? Middleton had a tremendous try at it anyway, you know. They just chased everything they could, you know. Great to watch, great theatre for Rangers, and here we are, 2 weeks away from a possibility of going. Just fantastic.
Jimmy, then Ulster.
On current form, McGregor's probably best in Britain at this moment in time, but let's not get carried away, you know. A great performance, but he's been doing that for the last few weeks. But I mean, in current form with the saves he's made, definitely you could put him up there and say he could be possibly the best in Britain at this moment. But as for man of the match, what Fox is saying is right. You know, I mean, that was my pecking order. Obviously, McGregor number one is the man of the match, and obviously Arfield for me after that, and young Middleton had a great game. So did Fred. But I mean, McGregor's there doing the business for us, and it's good to see he's got a good goalkeeper. I was never a fan of Foderingham, as you know, but he's a good squad player, a good stopgap. I know Fox is a bit of a fan of his, but his player of the match for me definitely was McGregor, and possibly at present time in the form he's got, number one in Britain. Yep, definitely.
Ulster?
Yeah, I think he's absolutely fantastic. Just like everybody said there, mate. Could possibly be on form, probably the best there is at the minute in Britain. On form, like, you know, but then that's not, I don't watch too much of the English Premiership at the minute. I haven't seen much of it, so I know there's a few good goalkeepers in there, but just from what I've seen, I don't think he can do much more than what Alan McGregor done last night. Couple of real cracking saves, maybe more than a couple actually. A few times you're thinking that's going in, you know, your heart sinks and the arm just comes out of nowhere and tips it over or hits it wide. Unbelievable. I knew we obviously know McGregor from days gone by, and when we got him we were all, you know, we had our doubts about what happened in the past, etc. But we knew we were getting a good keeper. But he's even surprised me to actually how good he really is. Like, I expect, you know, as his age, you know, maybe reactions, etc., is a wee bit slow and maybe not just, you know, still a good keeper, but not to the standards that we were used to. But wow, his standards are still actually unbelievable. And I think he's actually come back a better keeper, believe it or not. And I never thought I'd be able to say that. So credit to him. absolutely fantastic. And poor Fords or anybody else on the bench, because they have no chances coming in and taking that man's place at the minute.
Alright, I think you're more than right if we hear from Alan McGregor. So get yourselves on mute and the one and only Fox. So let's hear from arguably the man of the match last night, Alan McGregor.
Alan, quite a night here at Ibrox. First of all, I'm sure you're delighted with your own personal performance.
Yeah, to be fair, I'd play rubbish in minute, to be honest with you. So, but what happened just before half time, I think we would have took a draw at the end of the match. So.
What does it say about the character and the togetherness that's been built into this squad over this season that you've come through there?
Yeah, I think it says a lot. The boys dug in well, limited them to maybe a handful of chances with in had 10 men. So it's a brilliant performance. They all dug in, worked their socks off, and now we need to recover and get ready for Sunday.
You're going over to Rapid obviously for the last game. 3 points takes you through. I'm sure you would have taken that situation when the group started.
I would have taken getting in the group stages in June when we all met up. So no, it's been really positive and a really good run for when we started the European campaign. So to have the last game in a row hands to qualify for the last 32, I'm sure we would have took that, yeah.
And on Sunday, you're one of the few players in the squad that's experienced going to Tynecastle before that unique atmosphere, what it's like. Does your role become important in these next few days?
I think it's pretty much the same wherever you play, to be fair. It's a good atmosphere, I like playing there, so I'm sure the boys, when they get to warm up, they'll experience it, and then once the game comes, it's another game really.
Cool dude, Bridger.
Yeah, and and like our manager, he speaks very well, doesn't he? He actually speaks very well about the club too. And you know, I think it was Rudy that said it earlier. There's certain things he's done and did in the past that we weren't happy with. A couple of moments, particularly that mad moment at out in, where was it? That place that went and fired Cameron House, was it? In the Scottish International thing. And they giving them all the V signs and all that nonsense, you know. So him and Barry Ferguson. So a bit bad taste in the mouth with that one and leaving Rangers. But he's came back and everybody supported him, and my goodness, take your breath away, some of those saves last night. Take your breath away. So pleased. Brilliant performance and speaks very, very well.
And he started talking about Sunday's game. And I'm going to put it out, these next two games are the two biggest games of the season so far for me personally. Will dictate how we're going to go for the rest of the season. Jimmy?
That's an understatement, Ox, here. You know, these two games, you know, two of our biggest rivals. You know, the game on Sunday, can't wait for that, and especially can't wait to the one on Wednesday against the Shaggers and that. But this Sunday we go tap the league. Is there a full card on next week? Is it just we've got a game, or is there a full card on? So could we go further ahead? Right, so then we've got to keep that momentum going. Go to the top of the league and keep going. As I've said here before, win every game up until the 29th of December, and then we'll see if they buckle. I'm the same as Big Al. I think we'll do them on Sunday. You always get a team that starts well out with the old firm out. No, so and it was Hearts this season, and their bubbles burst. Livingston done it, I know, their bubbles burst. So let's give Hearts a tanking on Sunday, and then do the same to the Shaggers on Wednesday night. But yeah, probably the two biggest games out with the even taking into consideration the European games, because the leagues for me, like you've always said, Oxy, the European nights are a bonus for us, and it's good to be able to participate in it. But aye, let's take care of the Hearts on Sunday and the Shaggers on Wednesday.
Rudy and then Ulster.
I think as far as Europe's concerned, Ox, you just need to part that now, because you've just made the statement that the next two games for us are absolutely huge, and you're right, Ox, they are massive. Sunday we have the offer to get the 3 points, we go to top of the league. Following Wednesday we play the Sheep, and then 3 points there keeps us at the top of the league, and we start to put a wee bit of pressure on them. The next two games, as you say, Ox, is just absolutely massive. I've thoroughly enjoyed Europe so far. You know, last night, the post-match show. We were talking about, 13 games in Europe, 1 defeat. What a fantastic record that is, eh? Absolutely fantastic. But now we need to concentrate on the league. The next big game, as far as Europe's concerned, is the last game in Vienna. That's going to be massive. But, as Jimmy's just said there, the league title for most Bears is the most important thing that for us to concentrate on. And so for me, like yourself, like everybody else, the next 2 games, huge. It should be, and hopefully will be, 6 points for us, Ox. 6 points in the next 2 games would be massive.
Ulster?
Oh, so exciting. I cannot wait for these 2 games. And it's so important that we put in, well, I was going to say good displays, but I'll take the points before a good display if it means it. But it's a big test, isn't it? We done well last night, pat yourselves in the back, but now it's time to focus on the league. It's going to be tough, no doubt about it. There'll be, Hearts are decent enough side at home. They'll cause us problems. But we just have to go in if we're going to be serious about challenging here. This is the chance to really put our marker down, shut a few people up in the press, etc. who are doubting us. They do doubt us. They think we haven't got a hope. They think that we're just here to make up the numbers. These next 2 games is a time to prove that we're not just here to make up the numbers. We're here to get our title back. Get the 6 points. Come on. We can do it.
If they do get the 6 points, Bridge, arguably we've got a couple of easier fixtures coming up and you're looking for maximum out of them as well.
Yeah, but I've said it again. For me, there's only one game, and that's this weekend. That's it. That's the game. And if we don't get through this with the maximum points, then we've only got ourselves to blame. We're all set up. We've got momentum on our side. Played fabulous game. We won our last league game. Played a great game at Ibrox the other night. And now we're on to Edinburgh. And we've got to be able to go there and take the points. And that's all we need to do. Go there and mollocate them. Then we can talk about the next game. That's the way I look at it. I know they're big games. Don't get me on. We desperately need to win every game. Every single game's a massive game for us. And each game gets bigger and bigger as we go along. Tremendous stuff. Tremendous stuff.
Right. Get yourself on mute and we'll hear from your manager, Stephen Gerrard, MBE, and his thoughts on Sunday's game.
Reflections then, again, last night?
Yeah, I mean, very proud of the players. The effort they've put in over the 90 minutes in the circumstances. They deserve a lot of credit for that, but we need to move on very quickly. We've set a fantastic game up in a couple of weeks' time, but we parked that up and we switched back to domestic games, and we've got a very tough game, Hearts away at Tynecastle, so the focus switches very quickly to that game.
Not that you need it, but what an incentive to go top of the league, potentially, if you win.
Yes, that'd be very nice. At the end of the weekend, if we're sitting top, would be fantastic. You get nothing for that at this stage of the season. It's a long race, a lot of football to play, but it is a good incentive for the players.
Conor, in terms of December is obviously going to be a very hectic period. I think the players just want games rather than training anyway.
Yeah, you get used to it. There won't be much training, I'm guessing. But you get used to it. We've done it all season. We've played Thursday, Sunday. We've had a midweek game basically every week. So it's just going to be the same. And we know it's a big month, both in the league and in the Europa League. So we just need to push on and try and get 3 points every game we play.
Can I ask you, what have you made of the European experience?
Yeah, it's been amazing. And that was one of the big pushing points for me to come to the football club to play in the Europa League. And we got there, we got through to the group stages, and what a journey it's been so far, and we've put ourselves in a great position to go to Austria in 2 weeks.
I guess that will cliche, but if you asked for it pre the group, if you have it in your own hands for the final game, you grab it?
Yeah, of course. I've always said that I think the Villarreal game went there and obviously conceding after like 40 seconds, and after getting the draw there, I think it made everyone believe that we had a big chance, and then obviously we beat Vienna. Didn't get the results against Moscow, but again we showed last night that we're a tough match for anyone, and we're going to that last game and hopefully get 3 points.
This question's kind of twofold for yourself and Stephen. How does it feel for you when you're playing with a different defensive partnership, and Stephen Are you still to work out what your best central partnership is?
No, I know what the players can do. I know all their ability levels and the talent they have. It's not about dropping people. It's to try and help the individuals in that position. You know, you mentioned the centre half area. I think it's not fair to ask a player to play 60 odd games and to play Thursday, Sunday every single week. You know, when we were recruiting in the summer, we always said we wanted 2 in every position. Eventually we got that with the arrival of Gareth McCauley. We're very satisfied with the 4 central defenders. That's the way it is. At times I have to change it and manage it to what I think's best. But the 2 centre halves last night were magnificent. They were rock solid for us. Body on the line performance. Sometimes it was last ditch. Yeah, we had McGregor to bail us out on a couple of occasions, but you have to think about the level of player we're up against, the level of team. So the lads that played at centre half last night deserve a lot of credit.
What's it like for you, Conor, adapting to a different player?
It's fine. We all know each other. We know each other's games. Obviously, it's different sometimes playing with different personnel, but at the same time, we know what their levels are and what their abilities are. So you adjust to it. And obviously, as the gaffer said, there's a lot of games, a lot of football, and we know that it's not going to be the same 2 pair in every single game. We know it's going to have to change if we want to be competitive on all fronts, and that's what's going to have to happen.
How does it feel having someone like Alan McGregor behind you?
Yeah, it's good. It's needed. I say to him before every game, you help me, I'll help you, and last night he helped me a few times and he helped us. We're going to need that, especially against tough teams or against anyone. You want to keep clean sheets, and to keep clean sheets, you're not going to, in every game, not let a shot go on target, but knowing that Griggs is behind us, obviously a big confidence.
Alan seems to be playing as good as he's ever played. I mean, how long do you think he can maintain this level? How many more years do you think he's at the top level?
I think that's a question you'd have to ask Alan. You know, he's the one who's got the feelings. He knows where his body's at. He's certainly happy. I think he's enjoying his football. I think he's delighted to be back here. This is his club. He's been very professional on and off the pitch since I've come across Alan close up. I think it's down to him how long he wants to play. Ability-wise, I don't think he's ever going to lose that. I think it's down to probably hunger and how the body's feeling, but it's a question you'd have to ask Alan. He looks in great shape to me. We're delighted to have him, and he seems to be getting better and better each week, which is strange, really, because you know, he's been magnificent from day one, really.
I think you would have come across him during your playing days, perhaps. Is he better than you perhaps expected when you get the chance to sort of work up close with him?
I've always known he's a top goalie. I've watched many old firms over the years and seen him pull wonderful saves off and top class performances. I've played against him a couple of times and managed to bury a few past him, but that's standard, it's pretty normal.
In terms of Duncan there, have you had a chance to review?
Just spoke to him just before this press conference. Daniel's fine. He feels hard done by. I haven't seen the instant back. I feel for Daniel. I don't think he does much wrong. Daniel's been immense for us. His form's been very good. He never lets you down. He's professional. He's robust. He's there for you every single day. So I think in this situation, Daniel gets me full support, me backing. He should be fresh for the weekend now.
You said, I think the TV interview last night, you thought it might have been a case of mistaken identity in terms of who the booking at that incident. Have you really followed up thoughts on that?
Well, look, we've got 3 players round the Villarreal player, which is what I like. I like us to hunt in packs and try and cage players, and that's what we did. I think worst case scenario, it was a foul to the opposition. I don't think any player deserved a yellow card in that situation. But we'll analyse it and see what we decide to do next. We may do nothing, but we'll put it to the people to analyse it, and then we'll decide what to do next. But we haven't really had much time to do that just yet.
The chairman was speaking to AGM about, in terms of how you go about your recruitment, about the sort of character, the mindset of guys that you want to be bringing in here. Is the next 5-6 days in terms of Hearts game and Aberdeen game, is that the sort of test of the sort of 2 tests you're going to have then? Is that the test of the characters that you brought in? Is that what you're looking?
No, but it is a main ingredient that we look for in a player. You have to be a certain type to handle the Ibrox crowd, to handle the pressure and responsibility to carry the weight of this badge. So we have to be very careful the type of play we bring in, because there's been mistakes made in the past. People that can't handle it here, can't cope. So with Mark and Andy and the recruitment team, we do try and go into every single detail before we make a signing and a decision, but character and mentality certainly two big ingredients.
I know you said about sort of good potential top of the table this weekend, and nothing yet, but does it strike a blow in terms of showing the ambition that you've got for this team, where you feel it's achievable if you can get to that stage of the season?
We want to be competitive in every single game. Heart is the next game. There's an opportunity there to go top of the table, because obviously Celtic and Aberdeen play in the cup final. I'd much rather be in the cup final, but it is what it is. We go to Hearts. It's a tough game. Craig's got the team flying really high. They've had some injuries of late, which has probably affected their form, but they've had a superb season so far, so we're under no illusions. It's going to be a tough game. It's an intense crowd, really close to the pitch. We're on the back of a European night ourselves, so it's a really tough test for the players, but we're capable. We're capable of going there and performing well and getting the result we want. It's a fantastic game again, and these are the games the players should want to play in.
Did you play at Tynecastle?
No. But I've been in the environment a couple of times lately. I went to watch the under-21 game there, and I went to watch Hearts against St Johnstone just to get a feel for the stadium. I think it's a magnificent setup they've got there, certainly with the new stand and passionate fans. Rangers are in town. It's set up to be a cracker.
Apart, it is just about the closest dugout to the supporters in the country. You'll be able to hear everything.
I don't mind being close. I don't mind being close. Quite enjoy the banter from the terraces. I've had it all my life, no problem.
When you met them a couple of months ago, you ended their unbeaten run, and obviously, as you said, they've had a lot of injuries and they've struggled since then. What are you expecting from them?
Well, I think they're starting to get some bodies back. They've still got good players, still a good team. Craig has them very well drilled and organised. They bring a physicality like most teams do in Scotland, and they'll be desperate to beat Rangers, so it'll be a tough game. They'll be at it, so we'll have to make sure that we put in a strong performance if we want anything out of the game.
A lot of teams over there struggle with the width of the pitch as well, because it's the way the Hearts play is quite compact, that they almost squeeze teams in. Is that, I think, something that your players have got to look at over the next day or so in training in terms of?
Well, the pitch is the same for both teams. I think it's a couple of metres narrower than Ibrox, which is not huge. The pitch is big enough for us to go there and express ourselves and play how we want to play. We won't use the pitch as any kind of excuse. But yeah, it's a tight environment. Every single decision from the referees, the crowd are up on the feet, and it makes that a little bit more fiery. But what a fantastic challenge for us again.
Can I ask, on Wednesday, the SFA charged the club 5 charges. Is there going to be any response from the club to that?
I'm not sure. I don't handle them situations. My focus is on Hearts and getting the team ready, getting them recovered, and trying to get as much energy in the legs and the body as possible for Hearts. I don't really worry about FA charges.
Are you going to get a chance to watch the derby Sunday afternoon after your game?
If the signal's good on the team bus on the way home, I'd quite like to watch the Merseyside derby, yeah, but my focus on getting 3 points at Hearts.
Stephen, just on that note, you yourself and the club were quite supportive of Daniel when he did get sent off at St Mirren. Did these charges come as a surprise to you?
The timing of them did, 10:30 at night, on the eve of a big match, but it is what it is, we get on with it.
Conor, what have you been told about Tynecastle and the sort of atmosphere?
Yeah, I've heard quite a lot about it. I've heard it's one of the best ones in the country, but they're the ones as players you want to go and play in, and you want to go and win. There's nothing better than winning away, and the atmosphere is good, and you make it be quiet, and your away fans are up, and you hear the groans of away fans, of the home fans. So, as I said, they're the ones that you want to play in as a player, and it should be a good test on Sunday.
How have you found the whole experience of going away as a Rangers player and going to these grounds and paying for blood, they want their teams to wipe it before you? I mean, how have you found the pressure of dealing with those sort of situations?
Sometimes strange, just in the fact that obviously we'll go away sometimes and it'll feel like a home game away. We have more fans than the away team, so that's strange, but I think your big teams, your Aberdeens, your Celtics, your Hearts, you're going to go away and it's a proper away game where they don't like Rangers, we don't like them, we want to get 3 points, and obviously they'll do anything to get 3 points, so they're the big away games that you love as a player. You want to go there, you want to enjoy the test, and he'll be another one on Sunday.
Can you say how's the squad looking?
No injury concerns from last night as of yet. Everyone seems to have come through the game. Barisic is available, he's in full training. I think Ryan's due in full training after the weekend. Obviously Rossiter's available as well. He comes back into contention.
Could Kemp be back for the Aberdeen game potentially?
Not sure right now.
Well, thanks for that, Fox. Well back, gentlemen.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yep.
Yeah, definitely.
Bridgman.
Oh, isn't that guy just a lovely speaker, eh? My God. He's got them. I don't even know how they can ask him a question, because it just comes out all stupid, doesn't it? He's such an eloquent guy. Just brilliant. Just absolutely brilliant. I was pleased to hear him saying that everybody's fit and available, or nearly everybody fit and available. All the injuries seem to be getting himself cleared up. And the one that we want back, I think, is Bonar Barisic. Get him back as quickly as we can. I don't know whether he'll make it the weekend or no, Oxford. Maybe you've heard yourself. But I hope if he's available, I hope he plays him, because we desperately need a bit of left foot on that side that a bit of poise, and can, because Hearts are a good team. They're going to come down and try and pound us down the wings, that's for sure.
Rudy, then Jimmy.
Smashing the interview. Brilliant. I tell you what, they won't take the mickey out of that, man. Well, silly question about you still trying to work out who your centre-back pairing is, who your best centre-back pairing is. We've got 13 games into Europe, almost into December in the league, and they're asking them, some moron for the media asking them that, you still trying to work out who your best centre-back pairing is. They don't get it. They just don't get the guy, but they certainly won't take the mick out of him. Happy to hear that Barisic is back in full training again. That's a good sign. Hopefully he'll get a wee run out at the weekend. As Bridgman says, we could be doing his left foot, that one day of left foot. The boy's got 7 assists, 1 goal and 7 assists up until he got injured. So he was doing all right. He was doing well enough. 7 assists from the fullback position in the short space of time he was playing for us is pretty good. Probably, as I said the other night, his left foot contributes to that. But I just love listening to his interviews. He's so direct with them. And if you try to get a headline off him, they're not getting it. I mean, they asked about the 5 charges brought up by the SFA, just refuses to talk about it. It's nothing to do with me. It's other people that make that decision, and just like, next question, carry on. Smashing. Brilliant.
JFK and McGolster.
Yeah, absolutely wonderful again, Ox here. The man's driven to succeed. That's what he wants to do. That's his drive, But anybody out there that wants to watch, I did yesterday. I watched his documentary. There's nothing mentioned about Rangers. It's an hour and a half about Liverpool and his cracking footage when he was a young boy coming through. And the way he spoke there as a manager of Glasgow Rangers is the way he was when he was a young up-and-coming player in junior level before he became a Liverpool star. And some of the comments on it are absolutely fantastic. And I listened to that then, and I listen to him now. He's a very driven man who wants to succeed in every way he can. He's done fantastic things with Liverpool and England, and he's doing fantastic things with Rangers. I love listening to him. As Rudy said there, he's not going to get pulled into any silly questions. He answers everything with calmness. If he doesn't feel he wants it, he'll just brush out the top of it. Question has nothing to do with me. Next question, basically. I'd like somebody to have asked him today about, I know Barisic has got a chance of coming back in. I'd like somebody to have asked him about Lee Wallace. I think I've got a wee bit my bun to know about Lee Wallace. If we're looking for a left back, and we should maybe give him a chance.
For us again, Jimmy,
I don't think we will either, mate. But I thought, no. But listening to the gaffer today again was absolutely wonderful. A man who wants to succeed and succeed big with Rangers. And I'm not Big Al. I've got this tingling feeling now that, and it's not coming from anywhere else apart from my heart, Ox, before you go any further.
You need some mind, boy.
Aye, especially well, you want me to see me in a Mankini.
You've some mind and some memory.
But yeah, I think the 55 is alive, as they say, and King of Scotland's a great headline. So, not getting carried away with that. Things are looking great and looking good. So a nice weekend. I'm looking for an early, well, it's a late birthday present. I'm 61 tomorrow. It's my birthday. Christmas tree goes up tomorrow, and I'm looking for to be top of the league on Sunday. So at the moment, everything's rosy for me, guys.
Top of the tree.
Top of the tree, mate. I'll have my man Keno and I'll be sitting on top of the tree. If you want me to do that, I'll take a picture and show you. All right.
Happy birthday tomorrow, Jimmy.
Thanks, mate. Thank
Many
you.
happy returns, mate. Many happy returns.
You're so kind. The wife's listening to this. She maybe I bought me a man Keno now.
Well, get your bridges all one. Just let it be. Ulster.
Happy birthday, Jimmy. For the while, mate.
Cheers, buddy.
Have a good day.
Would you accept a second-hand fridge magnet as a nice present?
No, I would rather have a second-hand Mankini, thank you.
On you go, Ulster.
No, it's great listening to him as always. Seems like he's well up for it, and we've seen the videos of him. He went to Tynecastle a few weeks back, or maybe a few months back now, to get a feel of the place, so I think he's probably buzzing for it. These are the games you fight for, and away to Tynecastle's one of the biggest games you'll get in Scottish League, especially for Rangers, so can't wait. It seems like he's up for it. He believes in the players, and I like the way he didn't get drawn into the centre-back question. He's just put it down as he's happy with the players he has. He can rotate them. He's got confidence in them all. Thought he batted that one away pretty well. You see them asking different wee questions about appeals and etc. Probably trying to hope he slips up so they've got a story, but too smart for them. I just hope the calmness that he shows in his interviews, I hope that comes through in our team. Obviously, it'll be tough for them. First time they've went there for a lot of these players, so it'll be a different type of atmosphere away. I know we normally play on the smaller grounds. This is one of the bigger grounds to go to, so as long as they stay calm, believe in themselves and their ability, I think we can take all 3 points.
Fox, you with us? See, we lost him, Mr. Fox.
In the middle of a drink, he has to swallow.
Is Connor Golson worked out Scottish football already?
Aye, it sounds like he has, doesn't he? He was talking about like Aberdeen, the Tims, and, and they hate us, and we don't really like them, sort of like, they don't like us, we don't like them, so, basically we say we need to go there and get 1 hour on them, and he's right. It's exactly, players at Rangers have to have that attitude, they have to be able to go there. They know the job that's required of them. They have to go there, put in the shift, get the 3 points, and then they get back in the bus, they head back along the M8, and they've done the job, and they can be happy with their performance. They can be happy with themselves. Yes, just the way it has to be in Scottish football. I think it's such a short space of time since Connor Goldson's been here rather. I think every Rangers player that's come in this summer now understands. They've seen it on a day-to-day basis. What Rangers have to go through in Scottish football, I like Steven Gerrard's wee quip and all about when he was asked about the 5 charges for the SFA. Were you surprised by them? He says, well, I was surprised by the timing of them. 10:30 and a night before such a big game, Well, it's right there. Everybody knows what the story was. You mentioned it yourself, So if you're a Rangers player at Rangers right now and you don't understand Scottish football, then you shouldn't really be at Rangers, to be honest with you. You should have learned by now, and that sounds like the big fella has.
Yep, I'm going to put it out there. Big McCauley's a certainty to play on Saturday. Ulster? Sunday.
Yeah, I think so, mate. I think so. Fair play to Worrell, though. He came in last night and done a very good job. Done nothing wrong. I thought he was pretty good. That wee slip, obviously, from the Flanagan's pass, but I think I was due to the pass more than Worrell's fault. So can't fault them. But I think for me, I would like to see Big Macaulay playing. Hearts are a kind of team that like to throw balls in the air up to big forwards, and I think that's the kind of game that McCrory will thrive on. Macaulay will thrive on. So I hope he plays, mate. I really do. I think that's the kind of game he thrive on. It'll be interesting to see. I don't know if he's fit or not. If Aaron Hughes plays for Hearts, that'll be interesting. Two old teammates. So hopefully, if we get a corner an hour on the attack, the big man can raise above Aaron Hughes and that one for us. That'd be sweet.
Yeah. I think he's a certainty to start. Rudy?
I agree with you. I think Macaulay will start tomorrow. I think that's why he didn't play him last night. I think he's more focused. Well, I think he's doing what he always does, though. I think he's just rotating his squad. And that was a point he made about his centre-backs when he was asked that question by the half-wit in the press call. You know, if you can call him that. He's just rotating his squad. That's all he's doing. He's not saying that one centre-back's better than another. He's just using his squad as he sees fit. We've got lots and lots of big games coming up. You know, December's going to be an absolutely crazy month as far as football goes. You know, there's so much at stake in December for us, and he has to make full use of the squad. As he said, it's no fair to ask a player to play 60-odd games in a season, and with the kind of squad that he's got at his disposal, he doesn't have to. So that means Macaulay will get his games, and I agree with Ox. I think he'll play on Sunday.
Jimmy?
I'd like to see him freshen it up. Definitely, I think Macaulay will play, but I'd like to see him maybe bring another couple of players and that, because we've got the game on Wednesday. You know, I don't know if McCrory maybe get a chance of getting a game. I'd like to see Gresda getting a game. Give young Glenn a wee bit in the bench for a game, and maybe bring McCrory in. Try to freshen it up a bit. We've got a good pool of players now. But I wouldn't be surprised if we went for the same team as they went with last night. But I'm not really too bothered or disappointed what team he goes with. There's got to be a bit of momentum, but I think the pool of players that we've got now, I think we could change it a wee bit, that it wouldn't affect the way that we play and the shape of the team. Unfortunately, we don't have a recognised left back fit now, so it's either going to be Flanagan or Halliday. I would like to back, Jimmy.
I don't know. Maybe might be back. He's in full training. He said.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If it's Barisic, then we're happy with that. But if he's not got another fit full back, it's got to be Flanagan. But if Barisic's definitely up for it, and the gaffer thinks he's fit enough, then get him in there right away. I'm up for that. That is good. That is good if that does happen, because he did mention it, that he's near fitness and that. So wait and see. I would like to see Gresda get a game on Sunday. I definitely would. I don't think we should have him sitting on the bench all the time. Give young Glenn a seat. Let Gresda come in. I'll still keep Candace in the team. So I wouldn't change it all that much. But Flanagan or Halliday, if Barisic is no fit, who do you go for? Probably go for Flanagan. But it will be a hard game.
Aye, Ulster.
Oh, I don't know. I wouldn't go for Flanagan, Jimmy. Personally, mate.
I'm not saying I would go for Flanagan. What I'm saying is that I think that he probably will go for Flanagan. I think he would play Flanagan before he would play Halliday, Ulster. That's just my feeling, you know. But
yeah.
Play none of the two of them if Barisic is fit.
Yeah, well, I know, but it's game time too, isn't it? But I think he's worth throwing in there, to be honest, because I just don't think Flanagan looks comfortable at all at left back. I'm not saying if he changes it to right back, he could be a completely different player, really comfortable, really, really good. That's not going to happen.
No.
Wag tabs about. I don't know. I think I would go for Andy Halliday. If Barisic, you know, if he's thinking more of game fitness, match fitness, and he's going to play anyone, I'd prefer to see Halliday. I think Halliday is a wee bit better, to be honest, and I think he'd probably thrive on that match on Sunday. Hard one to tell, though, isn't it?
Foster's done, yes.
Yes, go ahead, Bridgeman.
Oh, sorry, pal. I just wanted to say, I think that I would love to see him playing Big Lafferty and leave Morelos out, give him a rest because they get big game at the weekend and so on and so forth. I think Lafferty tied the boots on and did the business last night. I thought for the shortest period he was on, and it's against his ex-team, so I would put him against him and let's see how he does. And of course, Morelos can come on at half time or whatever, if he's not doing it. But I think it's a good opportunity for that. Obviously, I can't disagree with Jimmy. If indeed Barisic is still unavailable, then I think you've got to put Flanagan in. It's going to be a tough, dour battle, and I think he's a better fighter for the ball than Halliday. That's not to say Halliday wouldn't fit in midfield somewhere as a left-sided person. That's just the way I feel about it. And obviously, I'd want McCullough to play because they're a big battering team, And if we can batter them, that's all the better. So that's what we need. We need Big Lafferty to go up there and batter them, and we need McCauley to come out and batter them as well when they try to batter us. A bit of retribution, get it in first.
Bridgeman, see, as far as the midfield's concerned, I think I would go with Koulibaly and Jack again in the midfield without a doubt in our field.
Certainly looked as if the other night there, apart from Koulibaly's touch, because he does have that quite a poor touch sometimes. But when he gets the ball come to him. I think Koulibaly would be a smashing player for us. He does need to get his game on, and you could see parts that come in there. He was able to get the ball and run with the ball. Unfortunately, just kept running into people or losing the ball and things like that. But that's got to come. All that touch has got to come. I believed it for a while, and I know that people might not believe me, but certainly to me, he wasn't quite match fit. He's physically fit. You can see that now. He's ready to do 90 minutes and more, and all that coordination stuff will start to come in now. I think he did a smashing turn the other night there, and I wouldn't be surprised if we put him in again. And Ryan Jack as well, of course.
Yeah.
But Rudy, would you play Ageria?
No, I'd go with Arfield again.
Would you go with Arfield? Right?
I'd go with Arfield.
I think we need to watch what we're doing with the midfield because you need to be able to rotate the words we're using earlier. We need to be able to rotate.
That's what I was going to say. I'd go with Arfield for the first 45 and see where we stand at half-time, Bridge, and then take Arfield off and put Ajari on in the second half. Fresh pair of legs because they never played, so bring Ajari on for the second half. And if we need that fresh pair of legs in midfield, I think Ajari would be your man, Bridge.
Bridge, Morelos has played 108 minutes in 3 weeks. How does he need a rest?
No. I'm not saying he needs a rest. I'm saying I would rest him. That's all. I don't necessarily he needs it. But I think Morelos, I don't think he was 100% on the game last night. I think we need to bring him in and leave him alone and let him find his own feet again. That's all I feel.
I thought he had a good game, Bridge, Morelos.
None of them had bad games. None of them had bad games, right?
Are you thinking along the lines because he played for Hearts, Bridge? You think he might?
Lafferty, absolutely. 100%.
He might be up for a bit there.
He's played for. And obviously Alfredo can come on half to half. Second half or something. Absolutely. It's to give the rotation. Let the squad get rotated.
I can see. I can see what you're thinking, as with Morelos and Koulibaly and things like that. I mean, you could that could be a. If you bring Lafferty off and put Morelos on second half and do the same with Koulibaly and
correct.
And I can 100% see your thinking there, mate. And it's good that I've not got any problem with that. I think
you can maybe see a second. It doesn't mean he's talking a lot of nonsense.
Well, I'm not getting involved in that. But no, it's a good thought process here, Bridge. I can see where you're comfy, and I can understand what Oxy's saying there. I know that that he's only played 8 minutes, blah blah blah. But it's not about giving him a rest. It's about rotating the squad.
The squad's going to be rotated by next Sunday when he's suspended.
Yeah, I know that. But look, we're coming in. You said yourself, earlier on that we've got probably the two biggest games of a season coming up in the next 5 days.
So you don't play your top striker?
No, I never said that. I didn't say that. And I don't, and Bridge didn't say that either. Bridge says play him, but maybe no start him, or start Lafferty, or start Morelos and just switch him here at half time. That's what Bridge is saying, and I can see he's thinking there. I say him along the lines as Koulibaly and Ajaria to freshen the team up that way. I don't see a problem with that. And I would still play Grezda.
Rudy?
Yeah, I mean, you're going to get accused of favouritism.
You're Bridge's favourite.
I think Bridgeman might have a good point.
Oh, come in, Bill, you're in.
As far as Lafferty goes, you know what football's like, Ox, you know, it's one...
Naughty Disney.
Well, no, you might be right. But,
sorry, Rudy, sorry.
Football's you're right, Bridge. Football's a funny old game, isn't it? At the end of the day, he's an ex-Hearts player, he's came back into the team last night, and he done alright, big laugh, but it would just be like the thing for him to play against Hearts on Sunday and bang a couple of goals in, football's got a funny way of chucking these things up, so maybe Bridgeman's got a point. But unfortunately for Lafferty, I just can't see back past Alfredo right now. I think his work rate is...
I'm going to go to something with a bit of sense. Ulster, help me out here.
Lafferty for me. No.
You go with your countryman, Ulster.
Yeah.
Countryman.
No, if you want, I'll put Big Macaulay in for you.
No, I think I probably will start with Morelos. But I have a feeling that Morelos will tire very quickly, probably. And I think you'll see Lafferty coming on. Maybe a wee bit more game time than what he got last night. I think Morelos done a lot of hard work last night for us, a lot of hard work. And I think that'll catch up with him. Maybe towards 60 sort of minutes, you'll maybe see the wee man tire a wee bit. You'll see Lafferty coming on. And he's going to score.
Oh, that's a good one. Right. I like that, pal.
Yeah, up for that.
Hope you're right, Ulster.
Hopefully Morelos scores 3 before, though.
Always like performances, but I think these next two games, it pains me to see it. I'm in the Bridge camp. 1-0, 1-0, I take it and move on.
I agree with you 100%. This is a Bridgeman, these two next games, Bridgeman results in my opinion. Yeah. It's not about how we play on the day, Ox. It doesn't really matter. I'll take an OG and a 1-0 in each game. It's only the 3 points that matters to us right now. I couldn't, in all honesty, I would love to see us batter Hearts on Sunday, 3 or 4 goals, 3 or 4-0, and the same against the Sheep on the Wednesday night. But if you give me a 1-0 in each game right now and the 6 points, I'd snap your arm off, man. So,
well, the sheep game's a sellout. Not a ticket to be had. It's a sellout. Brilliant stuff. So, a great atmosphere that night, Rudy.
Yeah.
A 1-0 will do me against Hearts, but I'd love to beat the Sheep maybe 3 or 4.
Aye, we owe them one, Jimmy.
We definitely owe them. I'd like to do them. No, I'd still take the 1-0, Rudy, but it'd be nice on the night to give them a right tanking, Yeah. And Considine and McKenna and that Shinnie, give them one, Definitely, mate, definitely.
I agree with Jimmy. I agree with you, mate. We certainly owe them one.
Aye.
You don't like them then? Do you not like McKenna?
No, I don't. I think he's one of the most overrated central defenders, whatever you want to call it. He's a big dirty rat. Same as Considine and the same as Shinnie. They've not got an ounce of skill in any of their bodies. They're just big clubbers. So let's get tore into them. Let's get it right up the sheep.
McKenna was rated at something like 10 million by Aberdeen, wasn't it? 10 million, for McKenna. And I'm thinking, wow, for a guy that's done absolutely nothing in football so far, and you rate him, and 10 million. I mean, you look at the season that Aberdeen's had so far, They're
doing very well, aren't they? They're doing very well. That's why we like them.
And they rate their centre back, McKenna, as 10 million. A 10 million
It's a joke.
It's laughable, Bridge. It's laughable, really,
What about that wee story last week that them across the city were after him?
Aye, apparently Aberdeen when they sell him. Maybe they shoot when they sell him to him because they wouldn't fork up the 10 million.
Just going back to stories quickly, what were the way your boss handled the Algeria situation when he was asked a question?
That was Marta. Just
brilliant.
Yeah.
I heard
cut them down immediately. Bang, there you go.
But what about I watched the interview after I came in last night, and I watched the full game again, and he was asked that live last night about about no turning up for training or that, and he just put them right in their place. No truth in it. Didn't no beads of sweat. Just told them as it is. No. Well, I'm not going to drop a player, he says, for being late for training, especially a European game. Never happened. Never will. Absolutely wonderful. Great answer. Live on TV last night. Excellent stuff.
Well, I've got to say, lads, I don't know where the 2 hours have just went. Ulster.
I know, flew in, mate. Flew in. Because of so much talk.
Your ice cream melted.
What'd you say, sorry?
Your ice cream melted.
Ice cream, well melted.
With a few comments, people were saying maybe the ribs with a bit of pecan sauce rather than the salt and pepper.
Oh no, I like my salt. No. I like my salt and pepper and chili ribs, so aye.
Just passing on what people were saying, alright? Because people worry about you.
I'll bear that next week. I'll bear that in mind next Friday, you know. Thanks for the advice, though, guys.
No, it's no advice, mate. It's maybe just to vary your diet, you know.
Okay, alright.
Vary your diet.
Because I believe that pecan sauce get plum in it, and that's one of your 5 a day, Rudy.
I never thought of that, right, so you've got to look at it from a health point of view, really, haven't you? Right, okay. Alright, I'll remember that next week.
Rich man.
Oh, what can I say? It's been a brilliant night, absolutely great. And can I just say, good luck to your team on Sunday, because we want to just go out there and mollocate that mob, don't we? But here, to all the Rangers fans all over the world, and particularly Rangers fans here on Rangers Radio, every single one of us, please keep it going for the Rangers, because the Rangers need us. Keep it going.
I think Ulster's got a wee shout out before we go, Ox.
On you go, Ulster.
I just quickly before we go, it's just another wee reminder. Just of
if you've not got a cloak in your house.
I know, sorry. Geez, it's creeped on us this. Just quickly, just again a wee reminder for the obviously Matthew Liquid spoke about it a couple of days ago, and just we family obviously they're looking to raise as much money as possible. So for a stair lift and a washroom to obviously keep the young fellow in his family home. So if we can try and do that, we'll get the links to the Just Giving page put up where he's also, if he's can spare a couple of quid or whatever, fire it in there, and it would be a really great cause. Thank you.
We'll get a proper shout out on Monday and get it on everything on Facebook except Ulster.
We'll do that, definitely.
Right.
Yep.
Okay, mate. Can I thank Bridge? Can I thank Rudy, Jimmy, Big Ulster? Can I thank Fox and the Global Ambassador for taking the time to join us here at Rangers Radio? We'll be back on Sunday, 11:30, 12:30 kick-off, innit?
Yep.
We'll be back on Sunday by 11:30 with a pre-match show talking about all things Rangers. Thanks for listening.
Is it not a 12 o'clock kick-off, Oxchair?
Well, I'll just check.
No, I thought it was 12.
Well, while you're checking there, I nearly forgot. Happy St Andrew's Day to each and every one of you guys.
Oh, cheers, Ulster. Thank you.
And a big happy birthday to Jimmy. KFK. Happy birthday, pal.
Go on, Jimmy. Smash that
Jimmy.
61.
Key the song.
No, it's a 12 o'clock kick-off, Bridge. 12 o'clock kick-off, so the show starting at 11 a.m. on Sunday. Pre-match show 11 p.m. 11 a.m. Thanks for listening. The last time Jimmy Miller had a cake with only 8 candles on it, the Roseville bar get burned down. Take it away, Fox.